Right, so the first of Maskell's traps I'm going to make is the hair pipe. I've tried to keep the tools and the stuff I'm going to use kind of not exactly from their date, but similar things that they might have had. So a more traditional knife, kind of natural-ish cordage. They had wire back then as well, so a piece of wire, and I've got my other piece I need. So I'll read out to you what it says as we're doing it. So it says, this engine is called a hair pipe because it is made hollow. They are commonly made for hair of pipes of elder of 6 or 7 inches long. So that's what we got. A piece of elder that's 6 inches long. And it says, for foxes and dogs they are made of yern plate, which so far as I know is metal plate, nigh 10 or 11 inches long, with 2 sharp pikes in the mouth thereof. So first of all, what we're going to do is take the bit of wire and see if we can get the pith out of the middle of the bit of elder. Sometimes you start getting this in and it starts compacting as you're doing it. It can be quite awkward getting it out. I'm just using the bit of wire, forcing it in there. Right, so I've got that through there now. I actually took a fair bit of work getting that through, but that's through now. So I'm just going to keep working it a bit, you know, getting any more of that pith out. Now, depending on how thick your string is, it's going to depend on how big you want this hole. Now, that's as big as I can get it just by pushing the pith out. So if you wanted it bigger than that, you're going to have to cut a few bits of elder and double check by having a look how big, you know, the hole will be. Hopefully I should be able to put a doubled over bit of this string through it. Right. So the next step says with 2 sharp pikes in the mouth thereof, the more they pluck and draw, the more it strikes in and pierces the flesh of the beast. And then it says about also for fox or other such, it would be good to arm the string or line with red wire for wearing. So that would be, I gather, put a line of wire through your string as well to make it stronger. So what we're going to want to do next is make the 2 spikes on this. Simply, if I just go down till I get to the hole, then that should straight away start making 2 spikes, if you know what I mean. We're nearly there. That's what I've got so far. I'll bring this camera a bit nearer. So it should go down there easy. So this is a bit of a weird trap. Almost seems kind of like more cruel than worth doing, if you know what I mean. But I suppose they had their reasons back in the day. I'll clear out that hole again. Using my bit of wire. I suppose you could carry on doing these spikes until you see fit. But essentially, that is it, I suppose. Now what we have to do, we have to make a hole at this end. Right, so we've got, it's a little bit dirty in the hole, or, you know, kind of messy, because this is green elder, you see, so it kind of wants to cling on a bit. Might just do it, I think I can see that. So we've got our spikes, hole this end, and a hole going all the way through and out this side as well. So now I'll take a bit of this cordage. If you was actually going to use something like this, you'd probably want something a bit stronger than this. So you want to double this over and push it through this way. Hopefully I can get it through there. Yeah, it's come through. We've got it doubled over through like that. Now one of these we want to get back through this hole. Might be able to do it with this bit of wire. Got it. Got that out of there. And on that one you want to tie a big knot so that it can't go back through the hole. I suppose you could put on it an entire square of wood or something, but in the picture it was a big knot, so that's what we're going to do. Essentially, that is the trap done. But now we just need to tie it off somewhere. So that's it. So this long end, you tie this off to something. It says in the book, it says this end is tied onto some pin set fast in the ground or some bow. And it says they are commonly set in mewes where hares pass through, but for fox they pitch the hare pipe in some places at the mouth of his hole. So essentially what it is this will be somewhere, the animal will get caught, and because of the way it's set up, and this will pull along and dig into there. The more they struggle, the more these spikes dig into them. And that actually does work, so the more you pull that, you can see the more of that is sticking in. So we'll see if we can find a way of setting that up, of how you would actually set it up. This is probably one way you could have set it up. Your main stake, twig and a forked twig with your air pipe just loosely sat on top, something to hold it open, and then this will just come off easily and then work like that. So it's a pretty weird trap. I gather though that once the animal has got that and it is embedded in it, that may stop it from continuing to fight, well possibly, or it may make it worse, but it definitely inflicts pain and may stop it try to chew out, or maybe even this part, if you know, if this was maybe longer, it may not even be able to get a chance to bite through this kind of string if the pipe was longer, if you know what I mean. It would only be able to chew through, and have to chew through the wood first. But you can see it's definitely digging in there, and the more you pull it, the tighter it gets. So something different. What I'll do when I've done more of these traps, I may redo some of them again, but in modern materials and how we could use them, or you know, similar things, or how we could use them in survival situations or whatever. Anyway, cheers for watching, and I'll see you later.